Very good morning guys, welcome you all in my safety class. So today our topic is personal protective equipment. So we start from the definition, what is personal protective equipment? So according to NEBOSH, National Examination Board of Occupational Safety and Health syllabus, which has been prepared by the RRC in a rapid result college, page number 88. That PPEs is equipment or clothing that is worn or held by a worker that protect them from one or more risk to their safety or health. So this is the definition of PPEs. So in a common parlance, what PPEs is any equipment or clothing that reduces the exposure of a hazardous event, means reduces the severity. So now I'm going to show you the types of PPEs and the implementations of PPEs and how can we implement the PPEs. So I want to tell you before showing that PPEs has been categorized in two parts. One is respiratory PPEs and another one is non-respiratory PPEs. So what respiratory PPEs is, all those equipment or clothing which protect our respiratory systems like lungs and neck and all the things. And non-respiratory PPEs which protect from our outer body part like the head, eyes and ears, as well as hand and torso, body and foot also. So now I'm going to show you that the PPEs. Guys, as you can see that this is the respiratory PPEs which protect our internal respiratory systems, lungs. So in respiratory PPEs, there are two different types of PPEs. One is air supply PPEs, which supply fresh air to the user, and another one is air purify PPEs, where we use the air purify and air supply PPEs when there is a contamination in the environment, but not too much, like we have a sufficient air as well as oxygen level, but there are some harmful gas like ammonia present in our environment. So if that is in permissible limit, so we can use a air filter. We generally use a chemical cartridge filter mask. So this is the respiratory PPEs which filter the air, means contaminated air, and provide a fresh air to our respiratory systems. But if there is a contaminated environment, like there is a gas ammonia, but that is in a too excess amount, or we have insufficient level of oxygen, means below the 19.5% into the air. So we cannot use the respiratory purifier PPEs. We will have to use the air supply PPEs, and one equipment is here which is called the SCABA, self-contained air breathing apparatus. I have explained in a different video that what SCABA is and how to use the SCABA and how to inspect and how to assemble. Fine. The next part is non-respiratory PPEs. So we start from the head. We use helmet, safety helmet, which protect us from falling object hazard. So helmet also has a class, A class, B class and C class. A class and B class helmet protect us from electrical shock as well as the falling object hazard also. Another one is spectacle goggles, safety goggles, which we use to protect our eyes in case of flying object, foreign object suddenly come from a different environment and can strike to our eyes as well as resulting injury. So we use spectacle to protect our eyes. Spectacles have a different types, like which protect simply our eyes from the
flying object, and chemical also. So we use a sight cover spectacles when we use or handle the chemicals. So next PPEs, non-respiratory PPEs is ear plug, which protect our internal part of the eardrum. So according to the laws, ILO Convention 155, Recommendation 164, and Factory Act 1948, Amendment 87, as well as OSHA 1970 and HASVA Act 1974, all the acts you will find regarding the protections of the organ of the body. So we use ear plug as well as ear muff if the noise is not too much in excess or loud. So we can use the ear plug to protect our ears, because due to the noise, if that is in excess level more than 85 decibel as per the Indian law, that could cause internal injury as well as damage or hearing, resulting hearing loss. So a disease can cause also due to the noise, excess noise, like tinnitus is a common disease. The symptoms are ringing in the ear. And another PP is like we use to protect our hand, that is hand gloves. So there are different types of hand gloves. These gloves protect us from chemical exposures. This one is for electrical hazard, and this one we use if we handle some TMT rods and all the things, so we use it. And this is the welding gloves we use in welding activity. This protect from radiations as well as electric shock and heat also. So next one is foot protections. We use gumboot and safety shoes. Safety shoes have different role in our safety. So it protects us from different hazard, like it has a non-skidding sole, so it protects us from slipping, and it has a metal plate inside the sole, so the protruding nails cannot penetrate in our foot, as well as manufacturers install a toe, steel toe also, which protect us from the falling object if something falls on our feet, so it protects us, as well as electric shock. The safety shoes save us from the electric shock, as well as the chemical exposure too. Sometimes the chemicals could fall onto our foot, so these shoes also save us from the chemical exposure. So the gumboot is here. The gumboot we use when the workers are exposed to soil, so that the soil may have different types of bacteria which can cause some skin disease, as well as the cement. So we use the gumboot to save our foot skin. And this one is full body harness when the worker has to work at height. So they need to use the full body harness, which protects them from fall from height. So I have explained in a different video that how to inspect the full body harness and how to wear the full body harness. Next one, you can see here that visual jacket, reflective jackets, and it has a very vital role in our safety. It is basically used in the construction site and anywhere where the workers need to protect from some vehicles, as well as the person cannot have a good visibility, like construction site. If a crane operator, tower crane operator, is sitting at a very high range area, and there is a dust exposure, so the operator cannot see a workers that working in on the ground floor. So these reflective jackets reflect the light to the operators, and he can easily identify that someone is working over there, so he saves them from that hazard. So these are the PPs I have explained in our video. For more video you can subscribe our channels in which I have explained different work activities and hazards and risk assessment as well. Thank you so much guys for watching this video.